The objective of this lesson is to subtract multi-digit whole numbers accurately using the standard algorithm. In the previous lesson, students modeled with the algorithm with base 10 blocks and they recorded it on a recording sheet. This lesson is a continuation of that lesson using larger numbers with multiple regroupings, and we'll be moving to the abstract only. If students are not ready to move to the abstract, it is necessary to continue manipulating with the base 10 blocks and recording each step until they feel comfortable and have a deep understanding of the algorithm. Let's begin by reviewing the vocabulary. Decompose. To separate a number into two or more parts. One way to decompose 342 is to separate it into 300 plus 40 plus 2. Difference. The amount that remains after one quantity is subtracted from another. It is the range between two numbers on a number line. For example, in the equation 289 subtract 146 is equal to 143. 143 is the difference. Minuend. The number from which another number is to be subtracted. Subtrahend, a number subtracted from another. In the problem 95 subtract 32, 32 is the subtrahend and 95 is the minuend. Let's try to solve the problem. A local animal shelter purchased 25,463 pounds of food last year. The animals consumed 18,957 pounds. How much food was left at the end of the year? A helpful idea is to use a piece of line paper turned on its side to make sure the digits are kept in the right place. 25,463 subtract 18,957. We always start with the ones and move from right to left because we may need to decompose the digit in the larger place in order to subtract. Do we need to regroup to subtract in the ones place in this problem? Yes, we need to take away 7, and there is only 3. So let's decompose 6 tens into 5 tens and 10 ones, putting the 10 ones in the ones place and adding the 3. Now there are 5 tens and 13 ones. 13 subtract 7 equals 6. Do we need to regroup to subtract in the tens place? No. We can subtract 50 from 50, which is 0. Next, look at the hundreds column. Do we need to regroup to subtract in the hundreds place? Yes, there are only 400 and we need to subtract 900. So let's decompose one of the thousands into the 10 hundreds. That gives us 4,000 and 14 hundredths. Now we can subtract 14 hundredths minus 9 hundredths equals 500. Do we need to regroup to subtract in the thousands place? Yes. 20,000 can be decomposed into 10,000 and 10 1,000s. We can subtract 8,000 from 14,000, which equals 6,000. Now look at the 10,000s place. 1 10,000 minus 1 10,000 is 0. We don't need to place a 0 in front of a number to hold any place, so the answer is 6,506. The animal shelter had 6,506 pounds of food left at the end of the year. Here's another problem that goes into the 100,000s place. A small theater made an annual income of $427,851. Their annual expenses total $195,702. How much did the theater make after expenses? $427,851 minus $195,702. Starting with the ones place, we notice that we have to regroup the ones and the tens. So, take away 1 10, leaving 4 tens. Break it apart into 10 ones and combine it with the 1 already in the ones place. Then subtract 11 minus 2 equals 9. Go to the tens place. 4 tens minus 0 equals 4 tens. No need to regroup here. Do we need to regroup in the hundreds column? No. 800 minus 700 equals 100. We don't need to regroup in the thousands place, so 7,000 subtract 5,000 equals 2,000. What about the 10,000s place? We do need to regroup here. So take 100,000 and regroup it to 300,000 and 10 10,000s. Now there are 12 10,000s and we can subtract 9 10,000s from that, leaving 3 10,000s. Now in the 100,000s place. 300,000 subtract 100,000 leaves 200,000. Now be sure to place the comma between the thousands and the hundreds place so the answer is easier to read. The theater made $232,149 after all of their expenses. The objective of this lesson was to subtract multi-digit whole numbers accurately using the standard algorithm. This objective was met by setting up the problem on lined paper to keep the place values straight, then start subtracting in the ones column and move to the left, regrouping when necessary.